think you know everything, but the world is about to see the truth.
Heart or no heart, I'm coming for you.
So there are many crazy stunts in this film. Which one was the most challenging for you both?
So this film is packed with action. We all knew it coming into it. We had months of preparation working with our incredible stunt teams. I think the key thing is just be prepared, be strong enough, and know what you're doing so you can be safe when you do it and you can look good when you're doing it. And whenever something was a bit too much or too dangerous or we can't do it, then our wonderful stunt teams, walked in and took over. And it was an incredible journey. Incredible.
Great. So Alia, this is your Hollywood debut. So what attracted you to this project and how different did you find it from, other experiences as an actress that you've had in the past?
It's the same. Filmmaking all over the world is the same thing. The only difference is the language. What attracted me to it? I mean, what not? I think for me, it was a blessing when the opportunity came my way. It was actually quite shocking, and I was like a bit surprised when I read the script. I loved the script. I loved my part. To me, the biggest character in the film is the film itself. And if you enjoy the film and if the film is good, then whatever you add to it will be good as well. So there was not a shadow of a doubt in my mind. I think this is something that I was just, it was just fate, and it was meant to be for me in this manner. And I am really glad that it worked out this way.
What did you want to do differently with this character of Rachel Stone, comparing especially to other action heroes that you've played in the past? And I'm curious, especially to know if being a producer in the film has allowed you to make some of those wishes come true.
Oh, definitely. That's a great question, and thank you for asking this. The whole conception of, the idea was conceived in 2017 after Wonder Woman, the first one, came out and was a huge success. I think that was like an aha moment for me, where I realized, wait a second, there's, men, women, they all like the movie. There's audience for these type of films. And I'm such a big fan of this genre, and that's something I always wanted to do. And that kind of gave me the confidence to realize, hey, there's room for more female-led action films. And so we started to develop this one. The idea for me from the get-go was to create a character that would be inspiring, but not perfect in any way, multi-layered, emotional, go through some journeys while everything is taking place in an environment that is like filled with action. And the intention, you ask how different this is from other action films that I did. It's much grounded. It's rawer, it's grittier, it's just more real. And the tone of it is completely fresh and different and of our world. And that's something that I was very passionate about.
The thing that really attracted to me about the script, well, there's a number of things that attracted me about the script. The first was that it was like an original film in a big action spy thriller, and there's just very few opportunities to get to work on a film that's new within this genre. It had a great kind of central character, played by Gadot, which was felt like we don't see many female characters, so that felt something that was new. And it's also the kind of the themes of the movie about technology and how we use that responsibly in our evolving relationship with technology felt something that was very much of the moment and had a social resonance. So kind of as a combination of all those things combined with some great action sequences and the opportunity to shoot in some really amazing places around the world. So it was a nice little combination of things that I thought was really exciting.
Yeah, actually, there's a very strong message about, trusting our human instincts, not letting machines think for us. So, Matthias, do you think that this is like a very timely message? And why do you think this message is important right now?
I think, Tom, it wasn't planned, it's now that this crazy topic at the moment, AI, everywhere is AI, artificial intelligence, how we use it. Is it scary? Is it like what will the next years bring. So
yeah, I mean, it's just really interesting. Even in the time that we've been developing the movie, it's like even 3 years ago when I started working on it, it wasn't the same hot topic of conversation as it is now that I guess ChatGPT came out, and like it's suddenly reignited a conversation that's been going on, but now it feels particularly kind of relevant. So yeah, it's that's what's great about movies, right? Is they can be entertaining and thrilling and take you on this great journey, but actually they touch on kind of things, wider concerns that we have as society.
Right, totally. So actually, Matthias, you get to operate this powerful AI machine in the movie. So how was filming that? Because obviously you couldn't see anything during the film, or did you have any visual reference for it?
When we started to prep for the film, and that was an interesting part because Tom and me, we started to really develop stuff. We had some privas and a movement coach, and but it was really interesting at the days where we shot all these sequences was a huge dark room in a castle and cameras, but still me in the middle of everything doing my qigong, tai chi, kung fu style, pretending to operate this nothing on that day. But at the end, it was really great to see. Okay. Because, we really had to create a language, how to use this computer that at the end in the movie, everyone understands, okay, that's what he is doing. Okay. So I think it looks great. So thank you, Tom.
So both as an actor and as the director of the film, what are your hopes for a potential sequel, and where would you like to bring the story?
That's a good question. I think we've been so consumed in like telling this story, and like when making the film, I kind of throw myself into just telling this story as well as I can, because if you start thinking too much about the future and how it's going to go down and what audience is going to make of it, what critics going to say, it can become like that's a scary thing to think about. So for the moment, you just make this film, hope you do a good job, hope the audiences are going to love it, and then you take it from there.
But I have an idea for the sequel. I would just love to have one action sequence, and Gal and Alia, they have to save my ass because it's totally scary, because I think I will die. But imagine that I'm getting addicted to the adrenaline of that moment, and I'm telling the two of them, I want to be an undercover spy because I love to act, and that would be actually really funny. Jack of Hearts, undercover.
Heart of Stone 2, Jack of Hearts.